gorgeous sparklers, I've missed your faces. So right as we were about to record, the fire alarm in my building went off. So yay, fantastic. So it's been a while since I put up a video. I know Robert put one up like a week or two ago, but I went on a massive hiatus and I'm about to explain why. So Jessica and I, yay Jessica, we're about to do what's called a mukbang, M-U-K-B-A-N-G. We're going to eat takeout food and we're going to talk about our feelings, which is pretty much what we do anyway.
I was like, this isn't, other than taping it, it's not something that's new.
No, this
well,
is, yeah.
Actually it is, because we don't have Ghost Adventures on.
Yeah. But no, like me and Jessa, we're both adults, we both have full-time jobs. So we get together about once every 3 months, we usually go out to eat, and then we talk about what's going on. First off, do you want to talk about the lipstick first?
No, it's more fun to watch them watch the fact that the lipstick won't move as I eat.
So Jessica has a side hustle. Whoop, whoop. She sells something called Lip Sense, where it is basically unmovable lipstick. You can go through your whole entire day and the lipstick will not come off. The gloss will, because they give you a couple different types of glosses, but the lipstick itself, the color itself will not come off. We're both wearing different colors. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a mixture. That's another great thing about Lip Sense. You can mix colors. It is caramel latte, coca, and roseberry.
And I'm wearing caramel apple. And you can watch as we eat Chipotle and our lipstick does not come off.
Yay!
So, you can eat.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna talk. So, I went on about a 4-month hiatus because of reasons. Melissa and I parted ways, and we'll just leave it at that. And then right as Melissa and I parted ways, Robert got a job outside of the company. So he quit, he stopped working for Walmart. So my camera person and my editor left me at the same time. I taped a couple episodes, but I never actually got to editing them. So Robert is back working at our store. Well, it's not my store for very much longer, but we'll explain that later as well. So he's editing our videos again. Yay. Yay.
Good job.
Also, if you can't tell, I cut my hair a lot. It used to be down to the back of my rib cage, and now it is super, super short. Down to like here. Yeah. What else?
My hair hasn't changed.
No.
It's still pixie.
When we were in middle school, when we first met, Jessica had her hair down to her butt. Not joking, not exaggerating, it was down to her butt. Yep. But then, I don't know, like 3 years ago.
Probably, yeah, about 3 years ago.
About 3 years ago, she cut it super short, which it doesn't matter. She's a beautiful woman no matter how she has her hair.
Oh, you're the best. I like that haircut on you, by the way.
Thank you.
Either way. But,
yeah. Women supporting women. This is what best friends do. Here we go. So, now, for the past 2 months, okay, so what happened, not only did Melissa and Robert and I separate, I hate saying it like that, it sounds like we broke up.
you did. You broke up the band. Who's Yoko Ono? Is it me?
No, it was not you.
Oh, okay.
But since we stopped doing this together, like I said, I had taped a couple, but I had been working like 6 days a week for a while. So I taped them, I just never got around to editing them, like I said. Also, for the past 2 months, I have been working at the Steel Yard Walmart, helping them with their remodel.
Steel Yard Walmart, also known as the worst Walmart in America.
Yeah, and they're... So, to understand this, you have to understand a couple things. So, the Steel Yard Walmart as a company is very cautious about its phrasing. So, the Steelyard Walmart is something the company calls a complex store. It has very high shrink. It has very high associate turnover. It has a lot of things the company calls opportunities for improvement. No joke, that is legit what they say. So
it basically sucks.
it's not. So the Steelyard is a complex store. She can say it. She doesn't work for the company.
Exactly.
And she's not an academy, so we'll get to that.
I can say whatever I want about Walmart, no matter.
So the Steelyard Walmart has all the problems that a complex store has. The department managers spend a lot of time working freight because their freight is very erratic. And because the department managers are working their erratic freight, they cannot get on process so that their freight keeps coming in erratically. So it's a very, very circular problem. One feeds into the other, unfortunately. So it has all the problems of a complex store, and that's why they're doing the remodel to begin with, because they're hoping to set the store up for improvement. Give them the things they need that they can get back on track and be successful. That's why we're here. Now, unfortunately, this remodel, I'm what's called the in-stock guarantor, which means I am in charge of setting up and confirming the mods. So every single product in a Walmart is in the computer system, and it has a place in the store. The modular is where that item merchandise is. So when I confirm the mods, I'm telling the computer system, these products are in this place in the store. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'm confirming the mods. I'm also doing aisle location, which is how we tell the computer where it is in the store. All right, so that is what I'm doing there. Now, what is going on in this remodel is there are a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, a handful of people. One thing the company prides itself on, and one of the things Sam Walton built this company on, was always strive for excellence. So there are some people that I'm working with right now that are not striving for excellence. They're coming in, they're phoning it in, they're on autopilot, they don't care, which is creating a lot of problems because night shift isn't doing what they're supposed to do, which then transitions over to day shift. So day shift has to finish what night shift started. So day shift isn't getting done what they need to do, which then it falls back onto night shift. So it's just, again, a horrible circle. So people aren't getting done what they're supposed to get done, which is why we're 2 weeks behind on this remodel, and I am ready to kill myself. So I have open-doored the shit out of everybody on this remodel. I open-doored my market manager because I was having a problem with the store. I open-doored the store planning manager because I'm having problems with the store planning associates. I literally open-doored the shit out of everybody. She knows I text her every day. You bitch, you're not gonna believe what happened today.
All too well.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm like, oh joy, another thing exploded.
Yes. So yeah, so I'm not getting my job done because other people aren't getting their job done, which if you've ever worked with me, you know I don't put up with that. I will never let somebody else hinder me from doing my job because they don't feel like doing theirs. It's one of my biggest pet peeves amongst quite a few others. A lot of others. I have a lot of pet peeves.
I was like, excuse me, the list is extremely long.
One of my pet peeves. One of them. So yeah. So now, like I said, I've been down in Steelyard helping them for 2 months. About 2 weeks into the remodel, I applied for and got academy facilitator position. So I will be, as soon as we're done in Steelyard, I will be going over and working at the academy in the Streetsboro store. Yay, it's a big deal. I will be teaching people how to Walmart.
And she's good at it.
I am, I try. But, so the academy is, home office noticed that there was a lot of shady things going on in the company. So they built the academy so that everybody knows how to do things exactly the way home office wants them done. Which is why they created something called the One Best Way, which is like a printable version of how you should be doing your job. So anytime an associate gets a department manager, support manager position, they send them to the academy, and we do for like 2 weeks, and we teach them how to do their new position. And that's what I'll be doing. I'll be teaching people how to be department managers and support managers.
Well, let's be realistic. She's been teaching me how to Walmart as long as she's been Walmart.
And she has put up with it. She didn't like it, but she's put up with it.
That's what friends do, though. Mm-hmm. I listen to her bitch. I listen to her Walmart me. And then...
And I listen to her video game me.
Pretty much. That's how it works. Right now I'm in a replay of Fallout 3, except this time I'm reading every single thing possible. Mm-hmm. So I was shocked and amazed how much actual background of history of the of like the world that they created in that game is actually there. I'm like, oh my goodness.
I had cool version. So I applied for the academy position. Oh, that's hot.
Yeah, the steak is a little spicy today too. I'm loving it.
So, if you remember from our first video, co-manager Andrew, who is now store manager Andrew of the Strongsville store. Yay, Andrew. He was the original person that told me to start training people how to be department managers, and that because we found out I was so good at it, that's why I applied for the academy position. So yay, Streetsboro. Jessica, from pretty much day one, since I got hired in the company, when I gush on and on and on about how amazing this company is, tells me to stop drinking the Kool-Aid.
True facts. I have.
And I think I told you. I either told you or Cassandra that working at the academy, now I get to drink the Kool-Aid every day, and I get to feed it to other people.
She did tell me this, and plus she also pointed out the fact that she gets to do different flavors of Kool-Aid.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Whatever kind of flavor Kool-Aid you want, I will give it to you.
Oh my.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, this is a sample of the body lotion.
Oh.
FYI, it has no scent.
I was about to smell it too. It does not have scent. It legitimately does not have a scent.
It doesn't even have that nonsense scent. You know what I mean? Yeah. That like it almost smells rancid.
Yeah.
I hate that scent. It's like non-scented. It's like, yeah, it still has a scent. Mm-hmm. It smells musty and old. Like you guys are just trying to throw it out.
Like underneath Grandma's couch.
Pretty much. But yeah, no. And then the hand lotion, which I haven't gotten a sample of for you. I'm sorry. This was a quick thing. Smells like baby powder. The body wash smells like baby magic. Which is an amazing smell, by the way.
Alright, so now we're back on track. Hopefully, we'll be doing more videos. Let me know what you guys think of the new style where we just have like me doing it and then just the music on top. If you guys like that, let me know, because it's a lot easier to do. It's a lot faster to do. So let me know if you like it. And now, when Robert was not with the company, we call it the dark time. When Robert was going through his dark time, he got his bartending license. So now at the end of each video, Robert will be making a drink that complements what I made in the front portion of the video. So again, let us know. I like it. I think it's great. So, but just let us know.
Lots of vodka. Just lots and lots of vodka.
I don't like vodka. I like whiskey. I'm a whiskey girl.
Okay, I'm not lying. I'm a whiskey girl kind of too. Mm-hmm. We were actually laughing my friend Zach, and I go drinking often. I'm not an alcoholic, I swear. It's kind of hard to be one if you're like a teetotaler, like 2 beers and you're like, and I'm done. But my drink of choice is a whiskey sour, and he said that you have, for one of the most girly girls I know, you have the most manly of drinks. It's delicious, so I drink it. Though I will say, I do love a fuzzy navel. Those things are amazing. But I like peach, so.
So hopefully this will be the last week of the remodel, and hopefully when Robert puts it up, it'll be over with. So
I was doing jazz hands in the hallelujah fashion and spirit fingers.
okay,
All for hope.
we'll see.
Isn't that like a great thing?
Yeah.
See, I was like, have them put the tortilla inside the bowl. It's like magic. Don't ever let anybody tell you it's not, because it is. Like, it keeps it so that I have way too much crap that they put in mine. Like, my list was like this big in the text to her. Like, and this, and then this, and this, and then this.
Just everything they have she wants in her bowl.
Pretty much. I like food. But it helps keep everything in easier. I bet you any money that was like something not important when it went. I put mine on vibrate.
It's my video, I'll do whatever I want.
I'm trying to be helpful.
So, yeah, that was pretty much all I had. Do you want to go ahead? Or is there anything you want to talk about besides the love stems?
Not really. Look at, as you guys have seen, I've been eating. Lipstick's still there. And I do that a lot. But I love it. The eyeshadow doesn't move. It doesn't crease. I have the tinted moisturizer on, which is absolutely amazing. I'm a oily girl. The tinted moisturizer, well, actually, just all the moisturizers that they have. I have a daytime, a nighttime, and the tinted moisturizer. FYI, I don't use the daytime. I have the tinted. I don't need a daytime moisturizer. So, but between the 3-in-1 face wash, the nighttime moisturizer, and the tinted moisturizer, my face has actually become dewy, not oily. Feel this. And it's soft. I did not realize how hard, like rough my skin had gotten till I started using this, and I'm like, oh, it's like baby skin.
Yeah, I didn't get dry skin until I turned 30, and then I was mad.
Yeah, it's like, well, everybody was like, you didn't moisturize till now? I'm like, no, because I was fat and oily as a child. I didn't need to. Mom almost fell off her chair laughing at me for that one. She's like, I can't believe you said that. I'm like, what? It's true.
You weren't fat as a kid.
Oh, I hit my 20s and did.
That's because you have like a sit-down job.
That's beside the point. Well, no, I got to my smallest when I worked at the video store. Kids, videos.
Video
stores they had, when I started, they had moved from VHS to DVD.
They're confused already. So.
I know.
Back in a time called the 80s, there was something called a VHS, where it was just like a big square Blu-ray. And there were places called video stores where you could go and rent them for a night. It's kind of like a Redbox, it's just a whole entire store though. And Jessica worked at one of those places for a while.
In the late 90s to the early 2000s. So late 90s was when the DVDs started, which you can still get. So don't tell me you don't know what a DVD is, because that's what freaking Redbox has, that and Blu-rays. Blu-rays had not been even thought of. DVDs were more expensive than Blu-rays are now.
Yeah.
So most people still had the magical giant thing called a VHS player.
A VCR.
Same difference. She gets all technical.
Yep.
I'm like, let's just use fancy, non-fancy words. So, I got real small because I ran on nothing but Pepsi and Reese cups. Walked a mile to and from the video store, and then ran what felt like a mile from one end of the store to another.
See, if you're wondering why Jessica didn't have a car, it's because we lived in Lakewood and you could walk everywhere you needed to go. You didn't need a car.
No.
We didn't get a car until we were adults. Both of us.
I was 25. That's also when I got my license. And everybody's like, why did you get your license? I'm like, because I live in Cleveland proper now, and not Lakewood. Where in Lakewood, you could either walk to every place you needed to go, or you could walk to the bus stop, and the bus stop would take you to every place.
Yeah, they have a lot of RTA stations in Lakewood.
They do.
And it's really, really convenient.
No, it's just a hipster spot. Somebody's grumbly about it.
Nobody likes hipsters. Only hipsters like hipsters.
This is true. Hipsters are also really, really evil in New York. They'll walk through areas where people are working, work 9 to 5 jobs at 3 a.m., screaming and singing at the top of their lungs. Some people get angry at this, and then some people get angry at me. Why? Because I can sleep through it. JG was not a happy girl when she found out I can sleep through basically like an atomic bomb. She can tell you, I can.
Yeah.
I was in New York with one of my other good friends. Her name's Jessica as well, so we call her JG. And we legitimately had above her house, because she does have a house, there was a New York helicopter with a spotlight trying to find somebody. We don't know what was going on. And so what ended up happening was it's making a lot of noise, as helicopters do. Woke up everybody else in the house because she's a caregiver for her mother who has Alzheimer's. And so she woke up, her mom woke up, everybody in the household except for me had woken up. And they're all like, oh my goodness, where's Jessica? Where's Jessica? Oh my goodness. So they run up to the room I'm using, crack open the door, and there I am like, and they're like, how is she sleeping? Because I can sleep through a marching band. And then I had my boss laughing her butt off because I was like, I can work through a marching band walking down our row because I have this magical thing called focus. Because one of our coworkers complained that she couldn't get her job done because other people were talking around her cube. And I'm like, if you want to, I can switch with her because I have this magical thing called focus and headphones. I can ignore everyone. 9 times out of 10, I am. And she laughed. And she said, no, this coworker needs to learn how to, make nice with the other people.
Deal with it, bitch.
The evil, mean way of saying it. But
I don't work for that company.
Exactly.
I can say it.
Just like I can Mac Walmart all I want. And I do. I refuse to go into one if I don't
There's
have
a
to.
couple of them you don't want to go into.
I went into steel yard. I felt questionable. I went on, because steel yard is actually close to where I work. So if we have to hit a Walmart, it is actually faster to go to steel yard than it is to the next nearest one, which is Brook Park. Yeah, I didn't feel safe. Thank God we went as a group. There's a Chipotle down there too.
There's a lot of things. There's an IHOP down there. There's an Applebee's down there. There's There's a Skechers store down there.
I don't
There's
know
a
how-
Burlington down there.
I don't know how Skechers stays open down there, considering it. They probably have every shoe under lock and key. Like you probably have to swipe your credit card to open up the box to get the Skechers.
Or they just haven't associated with that.
I like my answer better.
Yeah.
Like all I can just imagine is just have you ever seen a movie or something from the 50s and they have that wall of food and then you put the coins in and you open up and you pull the food out that you want? I can just imagine like a wall of Skechers where you have little credit card scanners and you just scan your credit card and you open up and you pull out the shoe you want. That'd be so awesome. I wouldn't have to deal with people. I'd actually go out to stores then instead of doing everything on Amazon, which I do. I legitimately had a 12-pack of these snacks that my coworker gave me. She is an evil, evil woman because, dude, I can go through a bag by myself.
What is it?
They are gluten-free, like, have you ever had the veggie straws? Okay, so instead of being veggie flavored, they are, the main ingredient is peas and they actually look like a pea pod.
Ooh.
But they're the crunchy things.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so they have different flavors. Well, my coworker doesn't like wasabi ranch. And she's like, do you like wasabi? I'm like, I love wasabi. She's like, do you like ranch? I'm like, I'm an Ohioan. You can't live in Ohio and not enjoy ranch.
I don't like ranch. Just don't.
How the hell are you living in Ohio?
I don't eat ranch. I just don't eat ranch.
I would have thought they would have ran you out of the city or the state.
Well, I
at
don't
least.
tell anybody I don't eat ranch.
Oh, see, that's how she gets away with it because, like, it's almost like a prerequisite if you live in the Midwest.
Everything is ranch.
Everything, first thing you get with everything is ranch.
As soon as you were born, they're giving you a bottle full of ranch dressing. It's how it works now.
Pretty much. Like, here's Hidden Valley. Congratulations. It's a girl. But so I'm like, I'm an Ohioan. I have to like ranch, unlike her. So I cracked this puppy open one day at home as I'm playing my video game. Take one. I'm like, oh, they're okay. I wouldn't buy them, but they're okay.
Nothing on the napkin. Just so you can see.
Yep, and it's still on her lips. It's a gorgeous color, by the way.
Thank you.
I really wish I could wear caramel apple. I can't. Caramel latte, on the other hand, totally can wear.
So here's the thing about me, and one of the things about me and Jessica, we are exact polar opposites. Everything she can do, I can't. Everything I can do, she can't. The only colored lipsticks she can't pull off are pinks. The only lipsticks I can pull off are pinks.
I am a medium tint color correcting moisturizer. She would be light.
Albino.
Light actually will go down to albino,
Albino.
which at one point I'm going to try to convince her to buy because I'm evil. But, you know.
By the way, if you see me looking over here and glaring, it's because there are people walking by. We're not in my actual apartment. We're in called the party room, and there are people walking by the door. And they look like they're about to come in, and I give them the death glare, and they walk away.
And then they glare at us, which is all I'm seeing out of the corner of my eye. But, yeah. And she can finish a bowl of Chipotle. Complete opposite. I have the stomach of a toddler. It's like this big.
She didn't used to be like this. She used to eat just about as much as I did.
I can't now. In my 30s, for some reason, my stomach shrunk.
You know, it was before that. Was it before that? It
Might
was
have
right
been.
around that time.
Right around that
It was
time.
about that time, late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, like, I legitimately can't eat much.
Jessica had a lot of medical problems. In her like late 20s, early 30s, she had a lot of medical problems, and the doctors could not, for the life of them, figure out what was wrong. They ran every single test under the sun, plus some, and they kept saying, "Oh no, you're fine, you're fine." She's like, "I can't eat. My migraines are insane. I can't sleep, and my whole entire body hurts all the time. There is something wrong with me. Please figure it out."
Yes. And then finally they realized, well, I had to go to a new doctor once I started this new job.
She went through a lot of doctors. She went through a lot of doctors. A lot of doctors.
I did. I have a bad habit of firing them once they tell me that basically the migraines will go away. This legitimately.
Yeah.
So everybody who knows anything about migraines knows that they are totally in the brain. It has to do with like chemicals that aren't mixing and stuff like that. Like weather can control it. Bodily functions.
Jessica's had migraines since she was 12. Legit, hardcore, knock you on your ass migraines.
I legitimately have a face mask and earplugs that are called the Make Me Die, basically. Like I put them in, still hold a pillow over my head, hoping to goodness that I will just suffocate because the pain is so bad.
And she doesn't have windows in her room.
I do, I have two.
Do you really?
You can't tell because they have, I kid you not, I went out and bought the blackout window shades, the curtains. They are extremely heavy and they are almost the exact shade of my bedroom. So they just blend. You can't really see, but it's how I dealt. So, you know, finally I had a doctor who listened to me, went, hey, by the way, you have fibromyalgia. And
This was recently. This was extremely recently.
I've literally only been diagnosed for a year. This month it makes it a year.
Yeah.
Fibromyalgia, and finally I had a doctor that was like, these are hardcore migraines. Here is some meds that you should take. And here's some emergency meds if you can't take them for this. I literally have two like type of migraine meds. One, which is once I feel it once I start getting the, what's the word for it? The symptoms of a migraine. The pain hasn't started yet, but I've lost,
You get kind of foggy. It's very hard to concentrate, and that's when you know it's about to. And you just kind of feel like, bleh. That's how you know it's coming on.
that's her. Me, I lose complete vision in my right eye. Kid you not. All of a sudden, it's like somebody has popped my eyeball out. I know it's coming because all of a sudden I go, I can't see on my right eye. Yep, can't see out of it. Legitimately, it just goes totally black. And so I pop a pill then. But I am also one of those weird people who, honest to God, wake up inside of my migraine.
Yeah.
So I've gone to sleep. The migraine has started in my sleep. And then I wake up and I am truly already within the pain of the migraine.
And if you don't think this is possible, there are people that have seizures in their sleep. They will wake up, they'll be in severe pain, and they won't know what happened because it has happened to them in their sleep.
Things like this, medical is really weird. But
She knows she's in medical billing, and she took anatomy courses in high school.
I did. I was a nerd. Still am. But yeah, so I have a med for that too. Actually, I have a twin pack. And it's basically a pill form of what they give you in liquid form if you go into the emergency room with a migraine. That's how bad.
Yeah, legit, no joke.
So yeah, I have all that, and then I found out that I have polycystic ovary syndrome. Worst
We're
part,
not surprised by that at all.
true facts. But the part that surprised me was apparently the Cleveland Clinic had diagnosed me 10 years ago. Actually, now it's 11.
Yep.
11 years ago.
Yep.
I'm like, the doctor's like, oh yeah, your chart from the clinic says that you had this. I'm like, my doctor just diagnosed me last week with it. And she's like, well, apparently the clinic's known for 10 years. I'm like, but nobody told me? Yeah, I'm
It
not.
might have been a lot of problems you have with birth control too.
Yes.
It's probably. I mean, they might have diagnosed you, or might have fallen. You know what? I'm not making excuses for that. If your doctor has diagnosed you with it, then they need to tell you. Your doctor needs to tell you everything they have about your medical conditions, because you deserve the right to know what is going on in your body.
Exactly. And you legally have the right to get any medical record that your doctor has of you.
Absolutely,
Now,
150%.
You do sometimes, for some places, have to pay a small fee. That small fee is actually not so that you get your medical records. It is for the paper and the ink that it takes to print out your medical records. I kid you not. Some places make you pay for the ink and the paper. The shit I've learned.
Yeah.
But now I have, for birth control, I have a little thing in my arm, and it is pretty much the best thing I've ever gotten.
Jessica's also had problems with birth control. Pretty much every single birth control under the sun she has tried and reacted violently horrible to.
Yeah, very bad.
For a while I was on Depo and it was amazing. It was fantastic. I loved it. This girl, no, can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it.
It messed with my body way too much.
I did the range for a month because I spotted the whole entire month. I was not a happy camper in the least.
Please, I went on the first month of having my, being on the pill, and this was taking at exact same time at the, every day.
She's anal, she does that. She has a timer on her phone so she can take her medication.
Oh no, it's gotten worse now. I actually have it on my Fitbit too, so it alarms as soon
Again,
as.
no surprise.
So I take it exactly when I'm supposed to. I had a period for an entire month. Entire month. She can't handle spotting. I had full on donkey kicks you in the crotch pain cramps.
My periods are not nowhere near as bad as yours though.
True facts.
She's always had horrible, horrible periods, which is why we're not surprised she has polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Pretty much. Like,
not at all. No surprise whatsoever.
I'm like, oh, it took you guys long enough to figure this out. And they're like, yeah, 10 years ago we knew too. I'm like,
have they checked you for endometriosis as well? They should probably.
They
check
have.
it. Yeah.
I have a small, but not enough to truly consider that it's endometriosis. It runs in my family though.
Yeah. So endometriosis is, so if this is the uterus, once a month, all the lining sheds and goes out your vagina. Endometriosis is when it doesn't go down, it goes up.
And it continues to grow.
Yeah, that is endometriosis.
Some people have it so bad that it actually, the lining of the uterus actually wraps around their spine. I knew somebody who did that.
Yep. And it's insanely painful. Insanely painful.
And really hard to have kids because of it.
Well, yeah, you can't. And it's difficult because yeah.
They have to do a lot of drugs on you for that one. That and for polycystic ovary syndrome.
Yep, legit.
Thank God I don't want kids. I literally looked at my mother, I'm like, I'm working hard because I want to put my dog through college because I don't have kids to do that too.
What about poor Bear? Maybe he wants to go to college.
Bear's going to a community college. Hopefully on a scholarship. This cat plays fetch with you, which is cool. You're like, oh, that's a smart cat. Not when he gets halfway through, drops the little mouse that he's bringing to you for you to throw, and then comes over to you and looks around like, where the hell did it go? I had it here just a minute ago, and I'm like, oh my God, kitty, it's back that way. And then he turns around fully and goes, oh, how did that get there? Runs over like I've thrown it. If he would actually he'd have to get remedial purring because he does not purr very well. And he'd probably get a degree in underwater basket weaving. He is an idiot. If he graduates high school, I'd be amazed. Stupid cat. On the other hand, Rue deserves at least a state college.
Oh, you're gonna put him to OSU?
Yeah, or CSU. I think CSU would be nicer because then he lives closer to home.
Yeah, he can stay at home. Because you know he doesn't like people. I went over to her house to buy some lipstick and he barked at me the whole time. Not an aggressive, dangerous, I'm afraid barking. It was just like, you're here, I don't know you, so I'm gonna bark at you.
Dude, Zach lives 6 blocks away, legitimately. One of my other best friends, Zach, the one I go drinking with, he legitimately lives 6 blocks away from me. He comes over often. Rue still barks. Kid you not. Yeah, you weren't the only one. He literally, the last time Zach came over for the first time, stopped barking and barely let Zach touch him. Zach has lived there at the same house and came over. No, he was still getting his bachelor's and he's got his master's at this point, so I'm proud. So it's been like 5 years that he's lived there. He's been coming over for that long, actually longer. Dog finally stopped barking for about 10 minutes and then the Uber showed up.
And speaking of your migraines, both of us got the Dave piercing. Hey, here, let me grab the camera so you can see it.
Like it's kind of hard to see.
Because you have to literally look inside the person's ear. Here. There we go. That one right there. I'll have props like circle it so he can see.
Yep.
But yeah, both of us got that. And you haven't had a migraine since you got it, right?
This is very true. I don't remember a time that within a month I had not had a migraine.
Both of us have had migraines since we were teenagers, so we're talking over 20 years. And I haven't had a migraine since I got it either. I don't get them as often, and they're not as bad as hers, but I still get them. And if you get migraines, you understand you will do anything to get rid of migraines.
Literally, this was if it doesn't work, it's a pretty piercing. If it does, hallelujah. And it ended up being a hallelujah moment. I was like, oh, no brain hurting. Yeah, at one point, I legitimately was told to get FMLA for my migraines because I would have to take off of work twice a month. My boss is like, if you need anything with that, with the Dave piercing, let me know. I will help pay for it. Because she was like, this is the greatest thing ever. I have not had to lose you for twice a month. And then, like, in that same vein, the next day that I would come in, I'm useless. I've got the brain fog. And everybody who has migraines know that brain fog, that like, I am so stupid and I'm not in pain, but everything's just a soup. All my thoughts, all my work, everything.
So you want to talk about the lip sets now?
Sure.
Go on the full spiel.
Okay.
I'm gonna just move this. You can take it home later.
Sounds like a plan.
I did buy that Ancient Aliens DVD if you want to watch it.
Oh, yeah. Look at this puppy. This is my bag of doom because it carries everything. And then I hit myself in the face.
Jessica's business is called Lips and Nerdy. You can find it on Facebook.
Literally under the words Lips and Dirty. If you type in Lips and Nerdy group, you can actually add yourself to my Facebook group, which then I have everything that I have in stock. And then I answer questions, go through all the kind of stuff.
She goes live like once a week or something.
I do.
She does something called What's in the Box.
I love What's in the Box.
Which is when she gets it delivered and she goes, What's in the box?
I will admit, I love the movie Seven, and Brad Pitt has ruined that sentence for me because all I can think of is him screaming at Morgan Freeman, "What's in the box?" And then I have to open up the box and show you guys what I got. Look it. I have testers for every freaking color under the sun. We can figure out what shade you are.
I'm wearing amethyst, by the way, so.
You can also make it so it's not purple by scraping most of the stuff off of it and then putting on like one little dab and then blending it out. You can just get, is that purple? Is that her eyes? I don't know. It's cute.
Was she born with it? Maybe it's Maybelline.
Or Lip Sense in this case. Actually, the technical name for the company is Sensigen. So, lucky. I even have ivory. And if you want to try it, I actually have testers.
Actually, it's kind of too dark.
I don't know. You can find out. I have testers. But to give you guys an idea, this is the bottle of Lip Sense, and you shake. Usually, because I'm a weirdo, I sing Shake Sonora in my head as I'm doing this. And then you scrape off most of the stuff, you put it in one motion. You can't go back and forth, or you take off the product. One motion. That is.
It's too dark.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah, I know. Here, I'll show you as soon as I put the thing back. So, yeah, as you can tell, it's too dark. Albino. I think I was adopted because I'm pretty sure I'm albino. So my parents, my mom is Italian, and my dad is Puerto Rican, yet I am pale. Pale.
So then after you put on 3 layers, exactly like I said, you use a gloss. This is glossy. This is the most moisturizing of the gloss, but we have things like silver glitter. Look at that sparkle.
Show them unicorn tears. Show them unicorn tears. This is rose gloss.
Pearl. That's matte. That's matte. Pearl.
There. Yeah, unicorn tears. Pearl.
No, pearl
Oh,
is,
no, that's.
pearl actually gives it a pearlescent look.
Yep.
That's matte. Sorry, I don't have, oh, here we go. You can actually see the unicorn tears. This is opal.
It's very iridescent.
Extremely. So I've just nicknamed it unicorn tears. And what's also kind of awesome is they have a thing called Purple Rain and a lipstick called Raspberry. That's the 2 of them. I mix them and call them Prince.
It's amazing.
It
It's
is
an
amazing color.
Gorgeous. It's a gorgeous. She did it as a joke, but it's actually a gorgeous color.
It is. I was like, I'm just gonna mix them. And then it ends up being, boom, one of the best colors ever. Now there's a thing called Oops Remover, which actually smells like vanilla. And if you mess up trying to put on your lipstick, because some of us do, or you overline your lips and you're like, I shouldn't have done that. You can actually,
Christina Aguilera.
yes. Christina Aguilera actually wears Lip Sense. And I apologize, this isn't actually done, but she wears the bright red lipstick that she wears on stage is actually called Blue Red. And she then puts gold glitter gloss on top of it. It is legitimately Lip Sense. I found the article where she actually mentions it. You know, every company that sells lipstick is like, this is the color that they wear. And it's not really their color. It just is a similar color to that. Most of the time. On this chance, I actually found an article where she said that the reason why she wears Lip Sense is because it doesn't move. And she says she eats the mic, which means you put the mic practically inside your mouth while you sing. And she says, used to be where she would leave lipstick rings around the microphone and not have none on her lips by the time she was done. With Lip Sense, she doesn't have to worry about that. It's great. There's Purple Rain in the actual color. The ones I'm showing you are actually are my tester sizes, which we also call mini lip scents. This is a beautiful thing called Heartbreaker.
Which always reminds us of Pat Benatar because we're old.
True facts. Giant one of raspberry, so if you want to make prints, I actually have the stuff to do it. This is Orchard Gloss. Look at that, it is gorgeous. And then the eyeshadows. This is Candlelight. I use this as either a base for my eyes or under eye, because I'm white enough but not too white for it. Some people are, some people aren't. This is Smoked Topaz Shimmer. And these are the actual sizes of the eyeshadows. The actual size, this is a tester from, the actual size of the foundation is this tall and that wide. You're like, good job, Jess. Like, what? I didn't bring mine. This is the brow thing. What you do is you paint your brows with this, and then you use this to pull it through if you're trying to fill in your brows.
I don't need that.
I normally say I don't either, but they've been coming, you know, sometimes it's nice just to be able to like tame them and make them look like they're fuller than they actually are when you accidentally overpluck them, like sometimes I do. This is Plumera. Ooh. You're like, I don't care. This is the Gold Glitter Gloss. The one I say that Christina Aguilera has admitted she wears. I'm just going through my stuff like, let's see if we can find the colors. Ooh. This is one of my jams. This is called Plum.
It's really nice. It's too dark for me, but it's really nice.
You can mix it.
I know.
This is Sheer Berry. And I'm such a nerd, so back before 2017.
So long ago.
It feels like this way in the company, let me tell you. So, the company started in 99. 2016, I know, I had never heard of it.
No. My Walmart brand kicked in. 99 is our supplies. So if we need something that we're not going to sell, like if we need cleaning supplies or like receipt paper, that's Department 99.
Oh, okay. So in 99, the company started. I had never heard of this. She had never heard of this. 2016, late 2016, it exploded online. And so they had 173 colors to my knowledge, I believe. This included their special editions, all that kind of stuff. So come late 2016, early 2017, all of a sudden we have what we call the great out of stock, which is nobody could get stock. If you didn't have stock in your back or, you know, your wherever you kept your stuff, you couldn't buy any extra. You legitimately had nothing. And so what ended up happening was people freaked out because if you can't get stock, you can't sell. Kind of a crazy idea, I know. So what ended up happening was that the company decided that the only way to do that is to be able to cut down how many colors that they had so that they could know that they could keep those in stock at all times. And that was called the Great Cut of 36 because it dropped down to from 172 colors to 36 of them. And so late 2017, early 2018, they were like, okay, so we've gone over 6 months and we've been able to keep these colors in stock at all times. We've been bugged about certain colors that people want back. So then they bumped up the current amount that they keep in stock at all times to 50 colors. Now we're hoping that late 2018, early 2019, they'll do that again and be able to add more colors. That's Boops, that's where it's the remover. You have to shake it. So this is called
Shake,
Food.
shake.
So once it looks like this, that's when you're ready to remove your makeup. So,
Tell them the heck.
which one?
All of them. Why not? We love hacks.
So, hack with there's a thing called eye extend or lash extend, which is supposed to extend your your eyelashes. You can actually put on your eyebrows, and it'll make your eyebrows actually grow back. My aunt overplucked in the 70s. Hasn't had much eyebrows. Has been having to pencil them in since the 70s.
Because that was a thing in the 70s.
And in the 90s, let's not lie to ourselves. She actually is growing back eyebrows. You can actually find online for the colors that no longer exist for lip sense of the 173. They actually have, people have come up with mixes of different colors. Like I said, what colors these were all mixed together. You can actually do that to get different lip colors that you know, like one of my favorites is called Mojave. It no longer exists. I still cry myself to sleep for this because it was this amazing color.
It was an amazing color.
So, it was this amazing color on some people. So to be able to get this color back, I found if you take 2 shades and you do 2 layers of one shade and 2 layers of the second shade, it actually makes that color again. I'm like, yay, I can wear Mojave again. And then the eyeshadows can actually be used as lipsticks as long as you put a layer down to begin with of another color. So say you want to use amethyst in there because you're like, Purple Rain isn't purple enough for me. It's purplish red, purplish pink. I want a truly purple color. So it's like, okay, put down a shade of, say, normally it used to be they would put Icicle down because Icicle was a clear color. It would just mattify everything like the matte gloss. So people would put down, say, Goddess, which is a pink color, which is that's the reason why I mentioned it. And then you put down the purple, the amethyst amethyst and then you put Goddess over top of it, and then you gloss over it. You've now made a mix with the Goddess, with that amethyst eyeshadow. You can also mix eyeshadows. I took amethyst and garnet and made plum eyeshadow. That is the nerdiest thing I've seen today. But so yeah, I kind of love this product. I sell it because I love it. I don't love it because I sell it. Legitimately ask her. It took my mentor, who I signed up under, almost a year to convince me to sell this. And the only reason why it convinced me was I was literally doing 30 days of lip sense where I own over 30 colors. And I did a color every single day. And then I took a picture of myself. Not because I'm, vain like that, but because I wanted people to see all the colors that I have. Because I have a lot. And so she was like, hey, they have this deal right now. The sign-up fee, actually, you get back in money to put towards your product that you can buy. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll do this, whatevs. And it was probably the best thing I've done because I've had so much fun doing this. And I've gotten so many new products that I've gotten to try that I wouldn't have tried had I not been selling it. So.
Do you want to show them how to put it on properly? Because that's always the hardest part.
So you shake and you do you basically scrape most of it off. and then you do one layer. You don't go back and forth. One, just kind of motion. Sorry, people keep on walking by and I squirrel. And then you wait for that to dry. And then you put a second layer on. You wait for that to fully dry. You have to make sure. I tap my fingers against my lips. If it feels tacky, you have to wait. Third layer, wait till it totally dries. Then you put the gloss on. Once you put that gloss over that third layer, it locks it in. And that's now why it doesn't move.
When I bought the first couple colors, I put it on my hand, I let it dry, I licked my hand, and it was still there. It doesn't come off. It doesn't come off at all.
People think that, I'm crazy, which is the reason why most people, when they show you on who are lip sense reps, they're like, look at this, because they'll put it on their hand themselves. And they'll rub their hand, and you can see that it doesn't move. I'm the nerd that are like, look at this, because nobody's ever going to, sit there and rub their face. It hasn't moved. And you can hear me rub my face. It's not like I'm going, no. It does not move. I will admit, it's way more fun when I'm wearing blue red, which is like the bright red lipstick, because it messes with everybody's head. It really does. So, I've done my spiel.
I found out James, who is like the lead manager. So there's a lead on a project. We're going to talk about Steelyard again. So there's for remodel, not remodel, for Walmart has its own remodel team. It has salary members of management that do the remodel. We don't hire a third company, or it's like actual Walmart associates. So you have the regular, what they call FPSs, which are the salary members of management, and then and out of those you have the lead FPS. So the lead on this project, his name is James. He is from Georgia. I loves him to death, but not in a romantic way. Like the first day I was there, he was on his computer and he was doing Excel, and he was like making folders and spreadsheets and stuff like that. And I'm like, hashtag goals. Oh my God. So
we both love spreadsheets.
We do. We are predominantly left-brained. So I loves him to death. The other managers, not so much. But yeah, but I found out James is going to Pennsylvania next. I'm like, then who's going to Brooklyn? Because Brooklyn's going to be coming up on a remodel too. Theirs starts at the end of July. And then I think Steve's going to go to Kent. Steve is the actual manager on the project. He's cool too. He's the guy I open doored. I'm like, we need to talk. But yeah, I know Steve talked about going to Kent, but that's a little ways away. But we'll see. Is there anything else you need to talk about?
In 2032, Taco Bell is going to give people who go to the San Diego Taco Bell the Demolition Man, which is a movie with Stallone and Sandra Bullock. They're going to give that experience food based on that movie, because in the movie supposedly there was the fast food wars, which were actual supposed wars with guns and everything, and Taco Bell won. So I am super excited. My friend just tagged me in it, and he's like, we need to go. And I'm like, oh my God, we need to go in 2032. Because I love the movie Demolition Man. It amuses me to no end. Wesley Snipes is the bad guy, and he plays the best bad guy ever. Okay, that's all I have to say.
So, yeah, so we did this because I wanted to let you guys know what was going on, about everything, Jesse's business.
I just really wanted to eat.
Yeah. So, alright, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!